Hey guys, it's another episode of Don't Trip Just Trust, and it is Monday, beginning of the week, beginning of a busy week ahead of me. I have a lot going on right now. I'm grateful for it. I'm running off of a few hours of sleep, but sometimes that's what it takes, and that's okay. But I just wanted to come and talk to you. I'm new to this, so when I do speak to you all about certain things, it's based off of something I feel very strongly about. And I was just at work not too long ago, and it's brought to my attention by a mutual friend of me and someone else's that the individual thought that, well, the individual feels some type of way in regards to our communication now that I have been back home. Just to fill some of you all in, I was living in the DMV area and things changed and I made a real big switch up. I felt like it was the right thing to do. My circumstance, everything pointed to making this decision to relocate. And although it was not easy and it also was not pleasing to everyone involved in the situation, it had to be done. So fast forward to now. I'm back in my hometown, living with my sister, and I'm working multiple jobs in addition to pursuing my artwork as a part-time artist right now until I can do it completely full-time, which is fine. You have to do what you have to do. But what put me in the position, what gave me the urge to want to speak on this situation was that I potentially have hurt someone. And that's not something I was trying to do. Not something I am doing either. However, I read a post not too long ago, but it said something like, you can't convince someone they're not hurt when they're the ones who were hurt. Something like that. Verbatim, I cannot remember. But it basically was saying, if you hurt somebody, you can't tell that person you did not hurt them. Because if it hurt them, it hurt them. If they say, when you hit them with that rock, that it hurt, you can't sit there and say, when I threw that rock, it didn't hurt you. Well, did you get hit with the rock or did they get hit with the rock? So let's just be, logical about this. So, like I said, my friend told me that a mutual friend we had together was saying how they felt some type of way about our communication since I've moved back in my hometown. And she was asked, but I guess she was just making the statement like, this is how she feels. And I'm like, wow, that's not even the case, none of that, or I'm not sure, or okay, let me say this. I see why she has that point of view. However, it's not pertaining to anything negative for her to feel that way. But if I hurt her and she's saying she feels like our communication is switched up and changed and she feels like I'm not being the friend that she desires, then in this situation, although I'm not hurting and although I'm not fazed, I guess I'm fazed in some type of way because I don't want her thinking that I am trying to hurt her, or I don't want to ignore the fact that she feels that way. But other than that, I don't feel any, type of way about it, but I want to address it. And I want to address it not to you all specifically, but I felt compelled to say something because this happens a lot in life with people's situations and what they're going through and different things that are going on. if I break this situation down, there's a lot of things that play a role in why my communication has changed, switched up, done a 360, 180, whatever you want to call it. And it has nothing to do with the value on the relationship. It's just the position that I'm in. I've moved back. I've moved back with no income. This individual did reach out to me and ask, hey, you want to do lunch or whatever like that? Well, based off of our previous hangouts, I know she's never paid for my meal. And I've usually been a boss about mine to pay for myself. So I'd let her know. I don't have it right now. So when I do, we shall reconvene. And that's what that was. Now, since then, I haven't done anything. Okay, I'm just resuming. But since then, I have not done anything. And when I say I haven't done anything, I mean I haven't hung out with nobody. I haven't had any special dates with not one individual. I have not done anything as far as anything extravagant, out to eat. Have I eaten out? Yes. But have I sat down at a restaurant and enjoyed somebody's company, talked about the good old days, any of that? No, I have not. I have not. And I'm not in a position to do that currently, which is something that is out of, I guess, the functionality of the friendship that I'm discussing right now with this individual. But I want to talk about this, and I want to bring it up because I think what my mission is right now that I'm trying to convey or accomplish is to discuss how to bring about a better understanding to someone who lacks that understanding in any situation. In this situation, it's currently about a breach of communication or switch up in communication, a change, a flexibility, you know. I have no ill feelings towards this individual. I love her all the same as I did before. But if we break down and we just do the math and we call these variables, the variables in my life have changed. And quite frankly, nothing has changed about our communication. What has changed is my location. When I lived in my hometown previously, I can count on my hand the number of times me and this individual have hung out intimately. In group settings, yes, more than 5 times. Individually, maybe like once or twice. But it's always been a collective effort, mutual hangouts. And I will say the times that we did individually hang, and I'm just being honest, it was initiated by this young lady. Is that a problem? No. If I break down to you all the type of individual I am, it might sound a little like, dang, she's whatever, if somebody wanted to call it something. But quite frankly, I'm not an initiator. A bunch of my friends are. In the dynamic of a bunch of my friendships, I am not the initiator. I am not the party planner. I am not the to-do girl. I have some friends that do not do anything. So when it comes down to it, I become the initiator because more than likely I'll be the one to volunteer an event, an activity, something And it'll always be pertaining to something I want to do. And that's why. Otherwise, I don't do much outside of that. If I just give y'all an example, with all of my friends, they can tell you, Anna's not picking up the phone and calling you. And it's not because I'm mean and I don't want to talk, but I just don't pick up the phone to initiate anything. I be so, I don't know. I'm just good, I guess you could say. When I'm home, I'm home. Kick it by myself. Watch TV. Lay down. Read a book. Take a nap. Do my hair. I will always find something to do. And if anyone knows me, they know that. And that goes for everything that I do. When I'm a part of an organization, when I'm not, and I participate in many things, I'm not a homebody. I'm just not an initiator. What I am is someone who can get something done. I'm a participator. I don't mooch off of no one. But I just don't call first. And it's not me being a bad friend. Because I don't know, the friendships that I do have, I think they just have a better understanding of the dynamic of our relationship. Because when they need something, when they call, let me put it like this. If they call, I'm going to talk to them. I'm going to pick up the phone. I just wasn't the one who picked up the phone first. And that's not always a good thing. And I can go back to the times where me and my father were getting to a point where I was old enough to call him. He would get so upset, like telling my mom, hey, she doesn't call and she doesn't want to talk to me. It's not that I don't want to talk to you, I don't call, but if I don't want nothing, I ain't about to call. And I'm just not the one to initiate nothing. I'm good. I be so good. If I want something, I'll go get it. And I'll get it on my own. I have no clue what that is in me. I don't know if I just have a spirit of doing it alone, but I will. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I will go to the movies by myself and forget the fun stuff. Because people think, oh, you just do everything by... No. If I want something to eat, I'll get up and I'll cook it. I'm not going to look to somebody else to do anything for me. If I want to know something, I'm going to research it myself. I might not ask nobody unless it's my brother. And like, I'm going to stay with him. There's a lot of things I don't want to do. I'll call him for. And that's when it comes to reading instructions and stuff, because I'm just lazy when it came to that. But anyway, I got off subject. But there's just some things I do not do. And it's not because I don't want to do them. It's just because I don't do them. It's a part of my makeup or something, a part of me. I'm not saying it can't be changed. I've changed it before. I reach out to those. I reach out to those that I think about. And I just stood up in church not too long ago. It's just Sunday, actually. And I told them, there is an old lady at my job that comes frequently every day to the gym. Or every time I work. I've worked certain days, and every time I'm there, she's there. And I didn't see her for a whole week. Well, the Javon in me, the me that I know to be me and operates the way she only knows how, out not in her comfort, would have just been like, oh, well, she's not here. Oh, well. But a new part of me say, you know what? God's been working on me with love and showing love, not just saying you love someone or not just always showing them you love them when it's in your area because it's in your neighborhood, but even when it's not in your neighborhood. So what I did, I took the time to look up her phone number in our system and I gave her a call and I said, hey, it's your birthday twin, Anna, how are you? And she was just like, OMG, like, well, she didn't say OMG, she was just like, oh, thank you for calling. She was like, well, I did have a little fall. And we sat on the phone, y'all, for like 30 minutes talking about, just whatever. I told her about some things that went on throughout the week and me losing a few family members. And I was able to talk to her about some stuff. And we both were able to pour into one another just some information and just getting to know one another. And that was effort. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, and this is to point the finger at myself, no one else, but it has been brought to my attention that I can give a whole lot more effort in areas that are outside of my comfort zone. And that is a part of love that I can administer. My love languages are words of affirmation and quality time. And those are the things I appreciate when people speak to me. I love words. I like to hear things. I like to communicate when it's brought to me, And I also like spending time with someone. But not everybody communicates their love the way I want to receive my love. And I now understand that. And because I understand that, I will try harder to show effort in loving outside of my operation of love, my language of love. So instead of people coming to me, I can go to them. Now, I'm trying to think, back why that is that I am not an initiator. And I want to say it's because of my openness that I feel sort of like I've not had a reason to go outside of my zone to show love, because those who are around me, they feel that love when I'm around them, if that makes any sense. But now that we're older, people separate, they move away from one another, they're apart, things change. And that quality time is no longer there. So the only other way to show love is to put forth the effort into administering it a new way, a way that is different. It might not be what you're used to. It might not be what you want to do. But true enough, it can be done. And I'll say, after I called that lady and spoke to her, my twin, I'm trying not to say her name, but she felt better and I did too. I appreciated our conversation and that language of love and that communication that we shared. I appreciate that. Because she didn't have to answer the phone, or she could have picked up the phone and just been like, oh, okay, whatever. But she was able to let me know her circumstance, and we were just able to converse. And I got something out of it too. But anyway, back to the whole thing of me hurting my friend unintentionally. I see now that I may need to show effort in areas. And this is where I have to bring it up. Like, no, I don't have the money. And this is where the administration of love is going to have to be shown both ways. Because if I don't have the money to just go out to eat, or if I don't have, if I'm not willing to go out and do anything extra, are you willing to meet me halfway and sit down on the couch and just chat it up and just catch up and just be okay with that? But from the knowledge of my friendship with this individual, I earnestly do not believe that is in the nature of what she would want to do. And that's not right for me to assume. So what I should do is extend that invitation to her. And that way we both feel the communication of love that we desire to feel. She feels like I'm there for her, and that I have not, devalued our friendship any. And I'll feel like she's understanding of my circumstance, and because of that, she's able to adjust accordingly. Because I can personally say I would be hurt. Or, I really would not, it wouldn't surprise me if she would be like, I don't want to hang out and do that. Oh, you don't want to go out to eat? No. Well, what about going bowling? No. Say I just didn't have any money to do any of those things. I feel like she would be like, okay, well, we'll catch up when you got it. And because of that, that's why I reserve myself. It's not because I don't value our relationship. It's because I know you. I've been around you long enough to know this ain't your scene. You ain't chilling on the couch and catching up is not going to be your scene. Besides your scene, it's not going to be your comfort. And I don't want to hear you not once ever complain. I don't want to hear you bicker. I don't want you to look at me twisted because I got on pajama pants and we sit on the couch and just enjoy each other's time. But that's my love language. But I also know you don't operate in that love. So I'm just respecting the love that you show. And I'm giving you the courtesy to let you know, hey, I ain't got it. So when I do got it, I'll show you the attention that you need in the area that I know you receive it. So you ain't bickering, complaining, and acting a fool when I can't give you the love that you want in the way that you want it. To me, that's just wisdom. I think about things full circle. A lot of people don't analyze situations like that, but I think about it all. I might not put it out there like, hey, this is my analyzation, because some people are like that. They have, I analyze. I don't have to tell you what I analyze. I observe, I recognize, and I know what's up. Based off of the information that I've gathered over time, I know this is not your scene. And that's fine. But I'm gonna need you to respect what's not my scene either. I just want to build some understanding, guys. And that's with all things. People love different. People communicate different. People need to be vocal about what they're feeling in order to build a platform for communication for better understanding. Hey, person A says, I feel weird about this. Person B, help me understand why you feel weird about this. Person A, well, you did this. Person B, I had no clue that affected you that way. Person A, it did. So on and so forth. Build the understanding, put the platform there. And when I say platform, make it open for that line of communication. Relationship building is all about communication. Same with God. I always got to bring him into it because he is the center of it all. He built us. He formed us. We're made in his likeness and his image. We communicate just as he has given us the ability to do so. It's up to us to use all of the tools that he has given us to operate. So, thus, learn to love on different levels. Learn to understand. Make it open for understanding. Make the area open for understanding. And when someone puts out there what it is in the atmosphere that they're feeling, are misled about, misunderstood about, need better communication on, do not shun them. Rather, share with them that you communicate differently. And that because of the understanding that they've given you about their lack thereof, of whatever the situation is, you will give effort to that which they have made known. Because after they have made known the lack, the misunderstanding, the miscommunication, you are accountable to uphold that. And if you don't, that is what's going to build the negativity, positivity, or the neutral ground in the situation. You know how some people say agree to disagree? Oh, you felt that way about that? Oh, okay. Well, I'm still not about to hang out with you and not about to change anything. That's a choice. You make a choice to switch up, to adjust, to accommodate the other individual. And that's up to you. Not everybody's gonna be willing to switch it up. I can think about, marriage one day, and when I'm married, I sure hope that my husband will switch up some things for me. Not because I want him to, but because of his love for me. Not everybody's family members get along. I personally think everybody gonna love my family. I love my family. Do they get on my everlasting? Yes. But it's because I know them so well. I know what bugs me. I know what I do to bug them. But it don't make me love them any less or any more. Love is love. Communication is communication. Relationship is relationship. I can never take away the position my mother holds. If she pisses me off, she's still not. I can't say she's not my mom anymore. I've written her off. That's impossible. My mom will be my mom to the day that I die or she dies. She's still going to be my mom. Same with God. I don't like the situation I'm in. I don't like where I'm going. I can't see my way through. Does that make God less God? Or does that just make you uncomfortable? The latter. You just feel uncomfortable. But it don't take away who he is, because of your position is different. Now, I've touched on a lot of different things, but in a nutshell, I think y'all get it. If you care about somebody, whether or not you feel fazed by it or not, because I'm going to be honest, I was not fazed. Oh, she feels like you did it. That's not the case, so don't feel that way. But instead of me having that attitude like don't feel that way, what can I do to make you feel better about it? What can I do to present, to you a better communication for you to feel the way I would hope you would want to feel? Because I don't want to make you feel otherwise. I don't want you to be hurt. I don't want to hurt you. You've never done nothing to wrong me. There's been some things that have taken place that I didn't like, but I'm not about to write you off. But once I've told you those things and you still continue to do something, that gives me the right to go, okay, I choose not to be in your company anymore. And that is okay. Let me put that out there in the atmosphere too. It's okay to walk away from some things that you know you don't want to be uncomfortable in. After you've already put it out there in the atmosphere, hey, I don't appreciate this. I don't want you to do that no more. I don't like when you throw rocks at me. Can you stop? If they continue to throw rocks at you, if you sit there and take it, that's just you. But I ain't about to sit here and keep taking rocks to the dome and the body. If I want to get stoned, I would do it myself. If I want to give pain to myself, I'll pain myself. I ain't going to let nobody else do it. And that's how much a control freak I guess I would be. Baby, I'm not going to give you the rock. If anybody throwing it, I'm throwing it. So it's okay to walk away from some things that you know that are that are uncomfortable after you've already made known the understanding of the situation. But if you've made known the understanding of the situation and the other person is willing to adjust and you're willing to adjust to accommodate one another, that's love and that's acceptance and that's building character and that's building relationship. That's growing. That's wisdom. That's wisdom. One of my favorite things in the world is wisdom. I got a few gray hairs because I've gathered some knowledge about some situations I've gone through. I like to learn from the things I've gone through. I don't like bumping my head and never getting somewhere greater or having a better understanding coming out of the situation. If I eat soy and I know it burns my body up and makes me have hives and everything, when I choose to eat it, that is my fault. But when I don't and I feel better and I feel good and my skin is not irritated, that's wisdom. And I'm going to tell y'all now, I don't use wisdom all the time because I gave that analogy or that example. I really am allergic to soy and I continue to eat bread. I continue to eat processed foods, crackers, and everything that comes in boxes because soy is in almost everything. It's almost impossible to get away from it, but it's not impossible because I've done it before. And once I'm in a position where I can handle a soy-free diet, I will do so, but I'm not there right now. So I'm going to continue to eat some of the things that I want. And the cortisone cream would be my best friend. But that's just where I am with it. That's just where I am. And I hope you all got something from it. I hope you have a better understanding and that it be your friend, because knowledge is power. Understanding brings knowledge, and knowledge brings power. Power not to overpower somebody, but to overcome things, obstacles that could be in your way. But that's all. I pray you all have a wonderful day, and that this be something to help you out. You know, I keep it very casual, like we're talking, like as if you were right here in front of me. I'm not very formal about anything. We're on and we're off. So, God bless y'all. Enjoy the rest of y'all's week. I'm going to keep grinding. Hope you do too. Don't trip, just trust.